women, especially beautiful women, get default. They're a good person. I mean, Mont can probably attest to this. Hink can probably attest to this. When you date beautiful women, they don't know what kind of demon she has, but they just assume because she's attractive, she's awesome. This is just blanketed. It used to happen all the time. I mean, how long you been with her? It's been 3 years. All you can put a ring on it? You don't know what crazy I got to deal with this heifer.
So since this is a business, I need to know how much experience you have. So I need to know how many bodies. Is that okay to ask then in this business?
No.
Oh, well, that's no. God damn it!
I'm not gonna ask you that.
You can ask that
because that doesn't matter.
But this is a business, and
Okay.
I need to know your experience in this business. Go ahead, Mom. I'm just bullshitting.
No, I was going to ask because I think society, everybody, men and women, I think we pressure women to get married, and I want to know why are y'all pressuring women to do it, right? So, for example, before I was engaged, my lady would go outside, and people would ask her, "Wow, you are beautiful. Why aren't you married?" Right? My question is, when you ask a random woman that question, and you don't know her, you don't know anything about her, why are you asking her that? Are you asking her that for the purpose of you need some financial security, you need some status? What are you saying that woman is missing? And why are you asking her that question? So ain't none of y'all ever asked a woman that question? Ain't none of y'all ever seen a beautiful woman say, "Why ain't you married?"
Yep, they ask it all the time. Keep going. Keep pressing, dope.
I want to know, like, what are the reasons that y'all ask? Because I think that you're asking that question because
I think you should probably ask the chat, Mont.
You can ask the chat.
They ask all the time. That's the first thing they hit you with. That's why you're not married.
What's wrong with you?
That's their comeback.
That's an insult. They're not really inquiring. They typically are saying there's probably something wrong.
It's not always an insult. A lot of times it's like it's like a man like weigh in of like, dang, well, it's like dirty macking. Like, he ain't put a ring on you yet. You tall, beautiful woman. Like, you ain't got one. Like, what's wrong with him? You know, like whenever people ask her that, it always gets directed back to me. like nigga, like what you waiting for? You don't even know this woman, but like but they're like, what are you waiting for? Pretty much. And I would argue that a lot of these people are telling these women that you need the security and you also need the status associated with being married.
So
and
they
I don't know about that. You with it.
So I'm going to be honest. The only time I've ever seen a woman ask another woman that is on social media.
Exactly.
Only on social media, not in real life. Like, because I'm not worried about your household type of thing. So that's not a question that I've ever. So I have asked that question on social media, but only to be passive to be passive aggressive and to be insulting. Especially if I'm debating, like on social media, on my platform, 100%.
But yeah,
but not in real life. I think there's a difference between having a conversation in real life than on social media, and we tend to actually like mend the between the two. Like, you'll take what's happening on social media and then attempt to apply it in real life. It's just not the way that it is in the real world. Like, in real life, where I don't really believe that we're just walking around asking women like, "Oh, why are you not married?" That doesn't make sense.
Beautiful women are berated by this question.
Yep. Often actually. It happens in real life. It typically is because my assumption is that women, especially beautiful women, get default. They're a good person. I mean, Mont can probably attest to this. Hink can probably attest to this. When you date beautiful women, they don't know what kind of demon she has, but they just assume because she's attractive, she's awesome. This is just blanketed. It used to happen all the time. I mean, how long you been with her? It's been 3 years. All you can put a ring on it? You don't know what crazy I got to deal with this heifer. Like, you just see the aesthetic. Like, no, like, don't come and check on my, like, she's here, I'm training her, I'm working on her. But women generally do get this question, especially in small circles, around family venues, co-workers, If she's at the same job for a while and she got the same dude, yes, she's gonna get that question. Because women by default, oh, you're a woman, you're awesome. No, you're not. Half the time these heifers is immature. Half the time they haven't been trained to be wives. Half the time they selfish as hell, and they never ask how is that man being treated. Ever. They don't even care. It's the fact that you got a woman. That's it. It happens in real life quite often, actually.
Go ahead, Bo.
Wait, hold on. I need to point something out. The way you have infected True with this heifer word, I don't appreciate it. True was so sweet and respectable, and he has infected True with this word heifer. And I will never forgive you.
He ain't the only one.
Go ahead, Bougie.
Could I get an understanding of, that's why I haven't said nothing, because an understanding of like the topic, because I know I came in late, but it seemed like when I first came in, everybody was talking about it doesn't matter if you're married. We just want 2-parent households for the kids. So if you're with that person living in the same house long term, that's good for the kids. And then now we're kind of like talking about if the woman is married.
Well, let me just
isn't she married yet?
Yeah, let me just help you. You just can continue the conversation because we kind of dance around. So we just pulling some stuff from Mario and just having some conversation and just keep evolving. But the last thing Truth said was that he's talking about beautiful women being questioned. Dope. They said being questioned why they're not married. Have you seen this take place?
Well, definitely, like Naomi said, that's a social media thing. Nobody's walking around really like just walking up to, or even like Real Dope said, like the only way that you ever really hear that is for the most part when a man's trying to like use it as a pickup line, like, oh, where's your man? Where's your husband? Why you outside being pretty and ain't nobody with you? Like that type of thing for sure. But I don't know. Like I don't think that anybody should be that concerned with somebody else's like dating, relationship status or whatever, especially if you're not trying to get with them. So I definitely can see how like that's really the only way that it's brought up.
I think. Oh yeah, go ahead, Trent.
Bougie, have you ever been to a nail shop and you've heard the technicians like be like, "Oh, where's your husband?" or "How's you and your husband?" Like you've never heard that? Because I've heard it quite often.
I mean, so as far as the nail shop goes, I feel like, okay, so you also have to understand the nail shop lady isn't asking you for the same reason that the lady on the lady on social media is asking you. The nail shop lady is asking you, where's your husband? Because if it's on your husband's card, you're more likely to get the more expensive set of nails. She's gonna entice you to get more enhancements on your nails. Oh, your husband's paying for this today? You got your man's card? Okay, well, now you can afford the Swarovski crystals. Now, instead of the short nails, I can probably upsell you on the long nails. I can probably add on the $10 for the shape difference. That's where that's coming from.
Okay, I appreciate that. I didn't know. I just know I would hear it.
Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing too?
Yes, that is. I promise you, that is definitely what she's doing.
Running it up.
9 times out of 10, the nails. Well, no, like because it's also like that's the upsell for a lot of things in general. Though you got to think about it, like the even at a restaurant, right? The people that are at a restaurant and it's like, oh, the man is paying. We're going to upsell you on get a whole bottle instead of a glass of wine.
Well, I'll give you an
upsell when she has somebody else paying for it.
But I'll give you examples of when this happens in real life, right? Because online, it happens a different way. In real life, if people see a beautiful young woman with who they think has potential, right? a lot of times they're going to when they're in conversations with them, they feel comfortable enough to say, well, you're taken, or why aren't you married? Why aren't you married? And it can be women, it can be men. It can be women telling her like, oh, you're not married yet? All of them are alluding to whatever's going on, and niggas wasting your time. You should be married by now. It happens so often. I had to hear about it all the time, right? Like, and I would never let nobody pressure me, but my girl always, she's just transparent. She always tell me like about her day and stuff like that. But they do it all the time just because a woman is pretty, just because the representative that you're getting seems like an amazing person. My girl had a lot of work to do. I didn't know I wanted to marry her. I didn't know I needed to marry her until a year ago and some change, to almost a year and a half ago. I tell her, oh, she knows that. She knows how much work she had to do. Everybody isn't raised to be a wife. Some women have, as a man, sometimes it's your job. Teach your woman how you need to be respected and how you need to be loved. So yeah.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't, me personally, I'm never gonna walk up to somebody and ask them, because I don't know if y'all understand the phrase like 13th reason, but that literally could be somebody's 13th reason. That's the equivalent to walking up to somebody and being like, why don't you have kids yet? You don't know if they just suffered a miscarriage. You don't know if like they're not married because their boyfriend just passed away. They just went through a bad breakup. Like, I feel like that's a very insensitive question to ask somebody. Like, I don't know you from a can of paint on the street, and I just think that you're good looking, and I'm gonna ask you, why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have kids yet?
It's in the professional settings a lot. Often it's in professional settings often. Like when you are working, my woman, she tried to ask at a certain point. She like, yo, is there another name we can use besides boyfriend and girlfriend? She said, I just feel weird saying it. It just sounds so immature. Like us as adults, we say boyfriend. Like she was even trying to come up with a different name since we wasn't married yet. I mean, we wasn't engaged or married. She was trying to figure out a different name at the time. She don't work in that setting no more. She worked for me now. But that's kind of like, what she was dealing with.
I was about to say the same thing. I mean, sometimes in social settings, the higher up you are, it is more prestige to be married. It's kind of looked down upon. You're an old maid. Some people have that old way of thinking. So, this new school has come in, and they, it's a little different. But there are people who are still around, depending on which circle you're in. They will definitely judge you. They may not say it. And I would even say that it's probably evolved here, but even across the globe, they still look down on people who are not married, some women. So again, maybe they don't say it to you out loud, but they're just thinking it. It's not going to go away. Not anytime soon, I don't think.
What is it about? Okay, so if we're saying that it happens more so, let's say in like a work setting and things of that nature, right? The only time that I've ever heard somebody give me an example of why it makes sense is like when they're talking about politicians specifically, because they're like, a married man is less likely to be doing certain things and is more likely to be trusted. As far as like, oh, maybe he's not, but I don't even see it like that, where I'm like, if you're gonna vote for this person or you're gonna let this person run a company, or you're like, what does their relationship status have to do with it? Because if they're qualified, they're qualified. Being married doesn't make you more trustworthy, because like Real Dope said, people are getting divorces left and right. We're seeing high numbers of cheating. We're like, I'm not really understanding how that adds some type of prestige to your job title.
I think it may have something to do with just a standard that was just put in place, and it's just always still been there. But people have tried to go against it, but I think that it's something that existed for a while. I've even heard some men say that they want to get married because when they go in different rooms, this is how other men move and operate. It's just like the structure, maybe the discipline. I don't think they look at everything else. I just think presentation wise, it says strength.
You're a good family man. It just reads better than you're hopping from girl to girl, or I mean, and when you're representing a company and you're higher up, it just looks better for the brand. I guess.
I mean, even on a more like relatable, let's just say that we're not top CEOs and of companies. Even if you look online, like look at the people that are respected more when it comes to talking about relationships. Like, I mean, like, for the most part, if they seem to have a healthy dynamic, then they seem to get a little bit more respect when it comes to what they're saying online.
I think it's like that thing where people so for a long time people thought having a degree really meant something. And for me, what I've learned is that all your resume, typically the way that people use it is just leverage in the conversation to make you sound interesting.